Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing this morning? My name is Nike Adekunle, and I am your couple and emotional therapist. As usual, very excited to bring this to you this morning. I'm glad that you always receive me um, at your end, and you know, I'm glad that to always bring this to you because I know that there's mutual excitement on both sides. Um, you're welcome once again, and if you are joining us for the very first time, well, this is Relationship Talk with Nikki, and here we get to talk about our relationships on a very deep and intimate level, where you get to you know, understand yourself, one, understand your partner, and understand the psychology going on, and the emotions underlying some of the actions and inactions in your relationship. And if that is what you want to learn about, you want to learn deep stuff about your relationship, where you get to interpret yourself on a very, very deeply intimate level, then you're in the right place. This is where you should be. And like I said again, my name is Nikki Adekule, and I'm glad to have you on board. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Today we are talking about, an important subject. Today we want to talk about an important subject, which is why do you love the way you love? Why you love? Do you care to understand why you love the way you love? You Good morning, Elizabeth Jaye. Good morning, Nii Dumadi. Thanks so much for being here this morning. Why do you love the way you love? Why do you um process love the way you process love? Why do you um accept to love the person that you have accepted? Why do you find someone attractive? Do you care to, good morning, Elizabeth Jaye, good morning. Do you care to really, really want to find out what goes on in my mind and why do I love the way I love? And so today we want to talk about why you love the way you love. I think it should interest you. Why is it that I love the way I love? And this morning, sincerely, my objective is to help us come to terms with um with ourselves. Is to help us to get to a place where we are able to embrace ourselves and to know that, okay, I have come to this place where I do this because usually because I'm a therapist and I work with people, one of the most difficult things for you to do is for you to get people into that space where they can be self accountable, where they can accept their faults, where they can say that this is what I contribute to my relationship. Usually, the story in our heads is like, I am this very good person and I'm being troubled by my partner, and only if my partner can stop, we would have a good relationship. Which, to an extent, that is how most of us think. Good morning, Femi. Definitely, thanks for being here. So most of us actually think like, if my partner stops whatever it is that he is doing, then um, my relationship will be better. And this morning, like I said, I want to help us to get into that space where we are able to um, know that there is something that goes on in your own head as well. There is a way you react, there is a way you respond to love and to relationships that make you an equal culprit as well. And why do I love people the way I love people? Um, and I just want us to, for a minute, think about it. Why would I find, for a lady, why would I find guy A attractive and interesting, and I don't find guy B as interesting as guy one is? And for the guys, why do I find lady A interesting and lady G, she's just uh, she's too much in my face, she's this and that. And that same person that you are saying this person is too much in my face, another person actually feels like this person is just an angel that dropped off from the face of from the heavens, just jumped on the face of the earth. And so why do I have that feeling? Why do I have that feeling that um the person that I really, 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 really love to be with, really, really, really enjoy being with, another person finds that person unattractive. And I think that it is a very long story. And so today is our story time. And I hope you will be listening to this long story, even though I'm going to try to make it short, short, short over the weeks so that we can be able to get the best out of this gist. We love exactly the way that we have been loved. The simple answer to that is that we love exactly the way we have been loved. And in psychology, we call that attachment theory. We love people the way we have learned to attach people. And that is, that is what is referred to as attachment theory. Attachment theory says that the way that you have been treated as a child is the way you want to replicate when you grow. You just want to replicate what you have always known, what how I have been treated as a child is what you are trying to replicate. And a lot of us, the question that we should be asking is, how was I treated growing up? How was I treated? Was I treated well? Was how was my parents there for me? And this is not to demonize our parents in any way. It is just to be able to analyze how you are likely going to respond to love. How did you, in case your parents were not there, how did your caregiver attend to you? How did your caregiver attend to you? Did your caregiver, was your caregiver very present in your life? When you had crisis, how did your caregiver respond to you? How were you taught on how to manage crisis? How were you taught on how to manage, you know, um, something that is unpleasant, an unpleasant behavior or an unpleasant feeling? How was I taught to handle it? How was I taught how to handle um, good feelings? Because some of us too, sometimes when we talk about these things, we only talk about the bad parts. We talk about all the things that we don't want. But sometimes too, how have you been taught to? Because some of us, when we see love, when we are being shown love, there is a way we shy away from love. There is a way that we don't want to be. We don't want somebody to publicly display love where we are and all of those. That is the way you were treated as a child is most likely the way you are going to respond to love. And so you need to, and like I said, I am trying to help us to be introspective. A lot of us, we usually point accusing fingers on the other person. Our partners have done this, our partners have done that. And while that might be true, there is also something in you that they are responding to, and you need to be aware of these things so that you also um, you are aware of what you are contributing to your relationship. So a lot of us didn't have fantastic, and not because our parents were mean, but because that is what they know as well. That is what how they knew how to raise us, and so they raised us the best way they could. But truth remains that how what have I learned? What have I learned about love? What have I learned about life? Because um, when you were growing up, the right thing that should have happened is that your parents should have been that secure person that gave you care and gave you the attention that you needed, and they gave you guidance, not just for your physical needs, for your emotional needs, and for your they became your moral compass. They were the ones that were supposed to point you in the right direction in every space. But A lot of our parents, don't forget that they were also children. They were not, they didn't know themselves. Let me not say they were children. They were not fully abreast of what was going on within them as well. And so they didn't, um, they were not, they were trying to discover themselves as well. And so because they were also trying to discover themselves, definitely they must have made mistakes here and there that must have dented you. And so I want us to just, because I'm saying this, because this might be very, 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 very essential, because a lot of us, like I said, we have been dented and we do not understand the gravity of the dent that we are carrying. We continue to point accusing fingers of every other person except on ourselves. And so I just want to open your eyes to um the reality of attachment theory. In fact, I have a course online that I have produced. And if you want to really, really get to understand your childhood attachment theory and how it shows up in relationships, then I think you should take the course. The course is just peanuts. It's online. It's on the marriagehaven.com. You could just go to our courses and take the course. It's something that will be really beneficial to us because a lot of issues that we eventually have is embedded in in the kind of attachment that we had growing up. And it's just deeper than how they pointed us. Because like I said, I'm going to be unraveling this one step after the other. But suffice for now to say that you need to understand the deposits that you are carrying. You need to understand the tendencies that you are carrying. And I will go in more in depth into these tendencies as we unveil and unwrap this topic. What are the tendencies that you have? Um, how do I respond to crisis? How do I respond to unpleasant situation? How do I and how am I supposed to react? And some people, we have different kind of attachment styles. Some people are anxiously attached, and how did that how did we get there? How did that start in our lives? I think it's something that you should want to know as well. Then how did there are some people that they are also avoidance. They avoid any kind of connections. And how did this give rise? So we're going to go in depth into this. Last week I wasn't here because I wasn't feeling the best of myself, and this week I am recovering, and I'm here. But like I said, I just want to introduce you to these topics. If you really, 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 really want to understand this and how, because like I said, even therapists, counselors, if you are listening in, I think it's something that will be really beneficial to your practice. Because sometimes some people even understand attachment theory, but they don't even understand how it shows up in relationships. And so these are the things that I want to take us through as the weeks unfold. So I would really, 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 really crave your indulgence that please and please and please keep up with me on this channel as we continue to go in depth into this, because you need to understand the internal workings. What are those things that are working in my head? How did I get here? Why is it that when somebody says this is how I react? And why is it that when somebody says that, this is how I react as well? All those things are the things that we need to know and understand why we do the things we do so that we'll be better equipped to be in a lovelier environment and a lovelier relationship. And like I said, please bear with me. I will go more in depth into all of this from next week. I need you to pray for me. We're a community, and pray for me, pray for strength. Oh my God. Pray for strength so that I'll be able to do the things that I need to do. Sorry, my phone rang out now. And until I come your way next week, so that this phone does not embarrass me again, until I come your way next week, I would want to say bye for now. But trust me, you are in for a good ride. And if you want to take the course is on this marriagehaven.com. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye for now.